Hey everyone, this is Josiah, the creator of BirdSport. I just wanted to jump in here quickly before the show and thank you for listening to BirdSport and leaving reviews on Apple Podcasts. You people are amazing, and I probably wouldn't make this if no one was listening. I also wanted to mention something I came across recently that people just need to know about. It's kind of embarrassing actually, but I've been experiencing a pretty bad case of early 30s hair loss. It just started coming out in large chunks on my pillow at night. I wore a hat for a few days, and then after about a week, almost all my hair was totally gone. I had no idea how to show my face in public with such a sudden and drastic change, but thankfully, I stumbled upon Toupee Garden. They're super quick and their process is super easy. You just have to send in a lock of your hair, and I had plenty in the trash can, and give them a little information about what kind of person you are, your personality, your interests, your style, and then they custom craft a toupee for you that exactly fits not only your head, but your vision of who you want to become. When I got mine in the mail, it was just perfect. I feel like I can be totally comfortable in my skin for the first time since my sudden onset male pattern baldness began. The craziest thing about Toupee Garden is their technology, though. They've partnered up with DFNKT Systems to create a product that you wouldn't even believe until you experience it yourself. Toupee Garden toupees actually grow. If you have a lot of observant friends that you really don't want finding out about your embarrassing hair loss situation, Toupee Garden's growing toupees will help you forever keep your secret. Your observant friends will never question whether you're wearing a toupee or not because they'll notice gradual growth, and you're still going to need to go make haircut appointments. Well, that's all. I just wanted you guys to know, and thank you personally for listening. Hello and welcome to BirdSport, the podcast where we discuss watching birds as a sport. BirdSport is brought to you by Blackburnian Coffee, organic, fair trade, women-owned, fresh, locally micro-batch roasted coffee from Cleveland, Ohio. Drinking Blackburnian coffee feels precisely like stumbling upon a hot spring on a cold fall day in the mountains. This hot spring is in an open crevice in the mountainside, open just enough for the moon to directly hit the water, sending sparkling light rays dancing upon the cavern walls, piercing through the steam gently rising from the hot waters of healing, and emitting solace into your soul. Order today at blackburniancoffee.com. I'm Fred Start from the Audible Canvas with Fred Start. I'm afraid the future of BirdSport hangs delicately in the balance. It has not yet been fully disclosed to me the exact nature of the dilemma. I just know I have never heard such a potent mixture of anger and vulnerability in a man's voice since art school, when Ernaldo Ranchenki's inimitable pupil sans pupil spoke without words into my essence and crystallized my sense of what is fundamental. When Rodney called from the prison this morning, he nearly begged, though I would have dropped everything at a mere suggestion. He utterly beseeched me to come in here to the studio to cover BirdSport for him. He had no time to explain, as apparently his phone call privileges have been reduced to 30 seconds. He simply said, "Raise egregious amounts of money," and gave me strict, anxious orders not to delay, and not to mention his Uncle Horace or the fence that suddenly appeared in the backyard of Blaine's Purple Pizza after he kicked that can of Fix-A-Fence over there, in the harrowing day that tipped the first domino of escalating nightmares which have burgeoned into the chaotic and uncertain times in which we now find ourselves. I've never been one to ask for money, anyone for money. But it sounds like Rodney, I mean BirdSport could really use whatever now sits securely guarded in your purse or your back pocket in paper, or even better, limitless plastic. And I'm looking through his notes here on the desk to see if I can remember exactly how you get that money sent in. It's mostly just a bunch of advertisements that I think I'm supposed to read. Blaine's Purple Pizza, Giga Richie's, Mush Puppy Snowmobiles, the Porky Tooth. Okay, I found it. His page about raising the money. Oh my. It says, please help. Please help. Please help. Written in nearly illegibly small print, hundreds, no, this must be thousands of times. This had to take a very long time. Truly a work of art from a soul in alarming desperation. At the very bottom here it says, send piles, hills, mountains of money to patreon.com/BirdSport. He was able to send in a brief recorded message, which I have not yet heard myself, but will play here in a moment. We also have Chuck Will waiting in Painwater Studio number 7, ready to play a new song he wrote about missing a magnificent frigate bird in Cleveland. And I think Jim Schubel is also in queue, ready to pipe in with a BirdStalker sports update. But before that, back to that urgent matter of raising money. Since I hate to ask twice, would you just please take all the money you have and then take out a loan for a little bit more and send it to us at that website, Patreon? But what could you get in return? He always promises something. Let's see. If you give at least $40 a month for a year, I'll make one of my Audible canvases visible and send you the charred remains of one of my projects, signed and packaged with the utmost care. I'll do that on my own dime, too, for Rodney. Just send in some money. Now I think I have to read these sponsorships. Yo, Fred, it's time for me to play, bro. Turn it over to me. Okay, Chuck. I'm supposed to read all these advertisements, though, so it should only take me like 10 or 12 minutes. Freddie, if you don't put me on now, I'm pulling the plug on the whole bit. I'm not even sure if I like the song myself. Oh no, don't do that, Chuck. Oh, forget it, whatever. Okay, go play your song. Chuck, are you there? You're on. Go ahead when you're ready. Hey everybody, this is Chuck Will from So Long Scoterville. Thank you so much for listening. This is one that's real fresh, real raw, still really hurts, to be honest. It's about a magnificent frigate bird that flew right through my own town this week, and I missed it. So I know that misery loves company, and so I wrote this song for you. I really, really hope you like it. Thanks. I would have thought that you would let me know when you're in town. I would have thought that you would maybe want to stick around just long enough to see me, just a second to be with me. But you're just barely stopping over. You're just only flying through. Not even rain delays or shorter days or the least regard for my broken heart could keep you. You're the one that gets away. No, I'm not senseless. I can sense this isn't working out. But you can't blame me, 'cause you're all that I can think about. come on by and see me. Just a second to be with me. You're just barely stopping over, and you're just only flying through. Not even rain delays or shorter days, or the least regard for my broken heart could keep you. 'Cause you're the one that gets away. 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 And I'm the one that gets to stay. You're the one that gets away. You're the one that gets away. It must be magnificent to be the one who gets away. It must be magnificent to be the one who gets away. It must be magnificent to be the one who gets away. 'Cause you're just barely stopping over. You're just only flying through. Not even rain delays or shorter days, or the least regard for my broken heart could keep you. 'Cause you're the one that gets away. You're the one that gets away. Okay. Jim Schubel, you're up next. Let me cue up your intro music.
Hello, this is Jim Schubel with the BirdStalker Sport Report, coming at you with a quick highlight from the world of extreme sports birding. This week turned out to be the most exciting day ever in the life of a college birder in Cleveland, Ohio. After fighting the urge to do his homework Wednesday, Theo Brockhorst and some friends hit up Lakewood Park in Cleveland, Ohio, and spent over an hour standing in the rain and scoping through the downpour as north winds blew off Lake Erie. Winds that could potentially push down some Jaggers, Sabin's gulls, maybe a black tern, or who knows what small miracles might happen when the north winds blow on Lake Erie in late September. After an hour of mediocre action on the lake, these three rugged birders decided to call it quits, soaking wet. Theo spent a few minutes in his car meticulously submitting a checklist for citizen science, and when he was done, he looked up and the rain had stopped. With Homer still calling his name, Theo again dauntlessly resisted its pull and decided to try for just 15 more minutes, just in case. As Theo made his way back out to the lake, his heart leapt and his adrenaline pulsed as he saw gliding majestically in all of its 8.5-foot wingspan of glory, a magnificent frigate bird. Theo quickly alerted his fellow county listers and pedals slammed the floor as birders across the county drove at speeds that could land a soul on death row to view this truly magnificent frigate bird. This majestic seabird soared over Lakewood Park for 45 minutes, giving almost everyone in the county plenty of time to soak up this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Once in a lifetime. This was Cuyahoga County's first frigate bird and Ohio's fifth. What makes this bird truly special was the way it hung around for all to see. Congratulations to King Theo the Magnificent, as you are now rightfully called.
Okay, now push play on Rodney's tape. Hello, thank you for listening to this week's episode of BirdSport. Since I'm still being physically hindered from appearing in person in the studio, I thought it would be a meaningful gesture to at least send in a tape from behind bars so that each of you BirdSport listeners could hear my voice and so that I could let you know that I'm doing well. A large portion of my current state of well-being can be attributed to the gym shovel. There are a limited amount of items a person can have with them in my unfortunate situation of being locked up in the county jail. One item that just snuck past the prohibited items list is the gym shovel. The gym shovel is a collapsible shovel small enough to fit in a standard-sized jock bag and big enough to do the job. When you don't have proper strength, stretching, aerobic, or cardio equipment in your gym, when it's just an open, big space with mats on the floor, mirrors on the wall, and guards in every corner, a gym shovel certainly comes in handy. There are countless exercises that can be performed on a shovel for strength training, yoga positioning, muscle tone, cardio training, and aggressive air paddling. My favorite new exercise is the double-footed deltoid row. Simply stand on the shovel with the balls of both feet and wrap your handcuffs around the handle of the gym shovel. Pull back on the top of the shovel and feel the burn. I'd highly recommend Gym Shovel for all your workout needs when you've got absolutely nothing else going on. BirdSport is also brought to you by Feel Seen bumper stickers. When you're inching along in rush hour traffic, do you ever crave to be seen and understood by the people around you? After all, you're not simply stuck in a sea of sturdy, self-propelled metal objects. You're among a community of hundreds of other human souls, every one of which is headed in the same direction. You deserve to be known and to feel seen in these moments. Order a custom Feel Seen bumper sticker today and express exactly who you are in one single witty catchphrase. The Feel Seen process begins on their website, where you'll fill out a double-blind, placebo-controlled, exhaustive personality questionnaire in which you will thoroughly bare your soul and tell the computer exactly how you perceive yourself, how others perceive you, your first, second, and third tier inner motivations, unique factors considering your cultural, religious, and political upbringing, your sense of humor on the weekends and your sense of humor during the work week, and your ugliest secrets. Within seconds, Feel Seen bumper stickers will kick back to you a pithy saying that perfectly encapsulates the essence of who you are and presents it in fonts and colors that perfectly express the unique person that you are. It's time to introduce your true self to the world with a Feel Seen bumper sticker today. Now, the heart of our show, the sport of birding. Apparently we lost Rodney there. Since I don't know what else to do, let's call that a wrap. BirdSport is brought to you by Carver Steve. Turn the page, Sage. The citizens against germs in your multi-factory system. The brothers against reading. Rod. Ping pong. And foot shield. Finally, some carbon fiber protection for the soft part of your foot. Thank you for listening. Be sure to leave us positive reviews and put BirdSport flyers in the exhaust pipes of every car in the parking garage. Until then, buy more pain water and listen to Jazz Rager's Silence of the Lamborghini until you tenderly fall asleep, way before your bedtime. Goodbye, listeners.